Here we go. All right, guys. Facebook. Here we go, man. Namaste. God bless. How are all of you? The camera is getting kind of screwy tonight. Screwy. What the hell is that word? Kind of screwy tonight. So if you're watching and I'm kind of going in and out, kind of blurry kind of thing, just think you're talking to me at a bar after a few cocktails. You know what I mean? So if that'll help. But happy Wednesday. I think I said Thursday. I'm all screwed up. My schedule is a mess, but not in a bad way. I had to catch up on sleep from last night's fun-filled event, and I have to say thank you to all the worries, and you guys are love machines, man. We can actually use that name now, love machine. We're sending good vibes to each other, but Tori's fine. Basically, when they start you on a medication, it has side effects, but then they give you medication for the side effects to treat the side effects, which create more side effects. That's basically what happened with Tori, but she's doing better. She's actually at work. You can't mess with that kid, man. She's got dad all in her, and actually all my kids do. They're all workaholics. So, oh wait, a couple more cocktails. We're getting fuzzy. Come on, guys. Enjoy the night. Watch and fuzz. Enjoy me. But some commentary on last night. Am I the only guy who watches stuff like this? Being in the ER is like a prison yard. You know, if you guys ever watch like movies with prison yard, people are milling about. Yeah, what are you in for? Migraines, 7 days. What are you in for? Oh, back pain, a month. You know, that was the noted conversation between people. I met some really beautiful people there. Last night, I was working the room. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You know, I was a doctor, but I don't play. But I play one on TV. But when you see these people milling about and you talk to them and you find out their story, these beautiful souls, it all boils down to of what we put ourselves into every day, as far as our thinking process goes. Because healthcare is really not healthcare, guys. And I say that with all due respect to the doctors out there, who are amazing, by the way, the nurses, the doctors. I got a story about a nurse. That poor thing's probably, hopefully not fired today, but getting to the point about healthcare, it shouldn't be healthcare, honestly. And I say it with all due respect, it should be called sick care. Because these guys go, you know, it's like we're pulling into getting our car maintenance. Their job, they're head mechanics to put our engine back in order so we can leave. But it's our job for our health care, our own health care, and who we are as people. And if people realize that and understand that, and like I said last night on that, you know, that was like a last minute thing. Let me jump on the air. If you go hang out at one of these places for a couple, 3 hours, you know, grab a coffee, take a walk. Take a walk in the prison yard. You can kind of fake you're being a patient. And you see what people's lives are. And you see what they're creating in their life. And a lot of people are getting this now. They're getting the fact that we have this amazing, beautiful engine, which is the mind. And we got to keep it healthy at all costs. So find your peace at all costs. But surrounding this beautiful engine of mind and brain that are all connected in our heart is this outer shell, which is very fragile. And it responds to our feelings. It responds to the energy that we put out every day. And it also creates the issues that we have health-wise, psychosomatic and otherwise. And there's a lot of psychosomatic cases that I saw in there last night. And I've been guilty of that, you know, because it's just like peace of mind. You ever watch somebody walk into, like when they first get called, Jerry, you get up and you're limping into the back room of the ER. But then an hour later, you see them walk out, have a nice night, see you later, because they feel better mentally. They have peace in their heart about what's going on in their life. So it's an amazing process of watching people. You know, I got to the point where I was rating leg shakers last night. Yeah, I gave myself a 3 after about 4 or 5 hours. The leg was shaking. But some people I was like 10. I mean, the leg was going. People sitting there for hours, their legs are moving, and it's an amazing thing to watch. But getting back to the nurse, which I hope still has her job today, that there was an older lady sitting in a wheelchair, and bad enough she was in there. Something happened to her leg, I think it was, but in the ambiance of babies screaming, you heard this high scream from this lady. and I can only see her foot from around the corner where I was sitting. And Tori's eyes kind of opened wide. The nurse was so busy. They were so busy there in the prison yard at the ER. They were so busy. The nurse just came up, grabbed the lady's chair to bring her in the back room. She must have been really busy, had a lot on her mind, and didn't realize the poor lady's fingers were in between the wheel spokes of the wheelchair. Notice how you rest them there if you ever sat in a wheelchair? And I think she broke her fingers. Now she can go get her legs fixed and her fingers fixed, courtesy of the nurse at the ER. But it's stuff that we're so pressured in doing every day. And the majority of the illnesses that were there are, probably all of them, and I've been guilty of this, are all stress related. Every friggin' one of them are all stress related when it comes to illnesses that we're creating, because we have this beautiful engine of brain and mind that coincide with each other with this fragile body that we have. And you start messing with it, it's gonna hit the shit. And you're gonna have to, just like Facebook is focusing in and out. Remember, we're at a bar, guys. We're just chilling out, having a couple of jacks and some chasers with it. But if you think about it for yourself, we are surrounded by this fragile set of molecules and atoms that respond to everything that we think and feel every day. And if you keep putting in there, that's going to be in part of the quote box today, you keep putting in there bad vibes, bad moods, bad situations, bad thoughts, the body only responds to that in a bad way. And it's something for you guys to really think about, because when you realize how fragile we are as people, you realize what you're putting in. They say milk does a body good. Well, thinking does a body good too, meatball. If we were brought up on the notion that if we thought good thoughts and had a great perspective of ourselves, our lives would be in such a different place right now. Instead of brought up in the negativity and the competition that we were brought up in. If we were taught and brought up just to create, just to focus on our goals and our dreams and our loves and our desires, and not worry about what the outside world thinks, what an amazing place it would be. But it's never too late to begin again. I'm a testament to, it's never too late to begin again, to heal yourself, because when you start thinking better, you will start feeling better. Just like I mentioned with the people when they're walking into the room and they can barely walk and the nurse is helping them, but an hour later you see them with the paperwork in the hand. Bye, Jer. Have a great night. And they're smiling because they feel better mentally. And that's the whole point. That's the whole point that I share the information that I do, is to not just to keep you out of ERs, but to give you peace of mind. With peace of mind, you just open the vacuum to create anything you want in life. When you realize how powerful you are and you structure that engine in a sense to coincide with what you want to do in life, the body's going to respond. It's going to emit some amazing energy out there and attract some amazing people. So actually, this quote came from a friend of mine on Facebook. It says, maybe we attract people with genuine intentions. Indeed, we all want people who are trustworthy in our life. We all want people, but the thing is, we have to be that person that we want to attract in life. You have to be what you want to bring what you want in life, because it comes through us to get to us in life. And I said it many times here, but I'm going to get right to the quote box here on a Wednesday night with the fuzzy Facebook going in and out. Out of the quote box tonight, you will never enjoy the kingdom if you never leave the castle. The kingdom, they talk about in scripture about kingdom. The kingdom of God is within you. Indeed, it is, meatball, but we got to create it ourselves. And if you ever notice when a castle is built, it's an amazing psychological tool that they use way back when. It's always on the highest point. Why? So they can see their kingdom, in essence, their potential. The problem is every single one of us, and I saw a lot of people last night, they've built their own castle and they live in it, but they won't look out to see their own kingdom that they can create anytime they want. And it's crazy because I was part of that. I was part of that group, man. I was in the yard. Yeah, what's wrong? Yeah, I just lost everything, and I was stuck in this castle that I built, has a fortified structure to retreat safe against intrusion. In other words, you've closed off the outside world, and you won't allow anything in. You've built this fearful structure around you of pain and past that can only manifest and metastasize into diseases in your life. And when you realize what you're thinking about, guys, when you really grasp that, you realize what kind of castle that you built, because the kingdom is an area of which one holds a preeminent position. In other words, we have it all. You have it all to create. You have this vast life to create whatever you want. But you have to let down that big old wood door of the castle and experience it with your thoughts and your feelings. And life is going to reward you with it. It's going to reward you with the most amazing things in life. But you got to get out of the castle, hence your old mental thinking, to create this amazing life that you want. A lot of people don't believe that, but yet karma's a bitch. Yeah, indeed. But that's the same way with us, Meatball. We create our own karma. It's like the people in there last night. I'm never afraid to say I've created my own sicknesses. I'm never afraid to say that, because I have. We all have. We've all created our sicknesses, our sadnesses, our blessings, our cursings in life. And when you take full responsibility for that, that's when life gets a lot of fun, man. Because when you start realizing, it's like the food that we eat. We have a choice of the food. You have a choice of thought every day too. You have a choice of what you want to bring into that castle and what kind of structure you want to build. Because when you open the door, that's the kind of kingdom, your perception, that you're going to see every day. And if you guys can really just grasp this, man, it'll give you a big kick in the ass to realize we create our own storms and get pissed off when it rains because, wait, life's not supposed to be that way. It's not, Meatball, but we got free will to choose. We got free will to be fuzzy, just like Facebook does right now. We got free will to choose any thought we want. Like today, I was kind of stepping back. I was looking in the rearview mirror as I was working away at my Type 8 of the third power kind of structure here. And I said, wait, Jared, stop it. You're stepping back, man. You're thinking about a situation that happened many moons ago. Why the hell are you thinking about that now? And I'm very vocal about that. People are like, woo, Jerry's on a roll, man. He's talking to himself. But we all talk to ourselves. Guys, what are you creating with that castle? What have you surrounded yourself with? What kind of structure have you built with thought that you've encased yourself in, that you won't let life in to bring you the most beautiful situations and scenarios? And believe it or not, somebody asked me many moons ago, they say, you write poetry? I'm like, yeah. Why? Because I got a mohawk and I like black clothes, I can't write poetry? Yeah, I love poetry, man. And I wrote this one a while back that I wanted to share with you guys. It's called Begin. And I've shared many photos here on Facebook, and I've also shared a collage of the old Jer to the new Jer just by thinking that way. In other words, you have one Jer that was 10 years ago to now. It's like night and day. You change your thinking, you change how the facade of yourself actually looks. You get rid of all the years of the strain and the drain and the stress and the hurt and the pain. When you encase yourself in a castle of love, prosperity, abundance, and happiness. Yes, indeed, we've created our own situations in life, indeed. But the rearview mirror, if we keep looking at it, that's all we're going to keep creating in life. But I wrote this a while back, and I saw it in my memories, and I wanted to share it with you guys before I let you guys go. And hopefully this gives you an idea on how powerful we truly are as people. And for you to understand that anything is changeable. Anything. With the right mindset, you can create the most amazing things. A lot of people are in situations right now, that are beyond, they think they're fixing. Okay, fine. That's fine. But whatever time you got here, make the best of it. No matter what. And do your best, be your best, and go out on a high note. Because we're all going to go, we all came from someplace and we're all going someplace. Either I'm going to see you on this side or I'm going to see you on the other side, whatever side it may be. But right now, you be that best you no matter what. Right now, you choose good thoughts. Right now, you choose forgiveness, love, and peace in your life. Guys, it's going to metastasize in the most beautiful way. It's going to be like this awesome, how should we say, not a cancer, but an awesome way of living that's going to grow on your outside world. And if you keep doing that every day, consistently, guys, life can only reward you with that. But I was going to do some Carl Jung, but I'd rather do the poetry part because a lot of us are in that epiphany mode where we've hit the threshold of our lives. I did that like 10 years ago. I think it's when when I hit 48. I was like, wait, I got to wake up. Yeah, what the hell am I doing with this life that I got? And it really, it's in the moments of decision that your destiny is shaped. If you guys can make the conscious choice that right friggin' now, I'm gonna start thinking differently, or I'm gonna start being differently to attract differently in my life. God, it's gonna respond. You're not denied nothing. You start thinking abundance, feeling abundance, you can only attract abundance. You start thinking hate, jealousy, rage, past, and you want to hear a funny story. I'm sitting in the ER last night talking about past thing, and this lady across from me, she goes, "You look like my dad." And I said, I hope on a good thing. I said, you're not going to like chase me with bad intentions, are you? And try to stab me yelling red rum, red rum. But if you guys can really grasp that for yourself, not the dad thing, but it was kind of a compliment. I said, lady, I'm not that old, man. I like the white beard, but yeah, what the hell? I'm the Puerto Rican Santa right now. But hopefully dad treat you good. Oh, he was my best friend. I was like, oof. That's all I need right now is an issue with that thing. But I'm going to read you this poetry as I digress from topic to topic and really mess with your guys' brain because I love it. It's called Begin. And it's something that I wrote to myself many moons ago, and hopefully it helps you guys to understand that there's always a way, man. There's always a way to bring out that best you. Begin. It's time to move forward. It's time to move forward. It's time to be you. It's time to let go. It's time to begin anew. It's time to bring what you want. It's time to be. It's time to evolve. It's time to bring what you see. It's letting go of what haunts you. It's bringing what helps you. It's time for you to evolve. It's time for you to begin again. We all have that choice. We really do, man. Don't ever think you're denied nothing. You're denied nothing that you don't first deny yourself. There's always a chance. There's always a new beginning. There's always that, because the minute you start thinking of that new beginning, of what you want to have, be, and do, the body's going to start responding. The mind's going to start attracting. It's an amazing, it's like you've changed course. You've hit the fork in the road of your life. Instead of going left, you're going right. And you start thinking that way. That's what I call it, the right way. It's that way. It's a righteous way of living. It's genuine. It's who you've always wanted to be. So guys, America's Mentor _radio on Instagram. I hope this helped. I hope it inspired you to realize how truly powerful and special you are, and to never give the fuck up on who you are. And always just be that best you, guys. At America's Mentor on Twitter, at America's Mentor on YouTube. Just be that best you forever, man. You're not denied nothing. You'll create it all, man. Guys, have a great night.